Welcome to Single with a Life. It's another episode of our series, Effective Singleness. And today I'm here with episode 3. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, I've left the link in the description box that you can benefit from. So please, after this episode, make sure you go back and watch it. And don't forget to please share this video on your timeline to invite more people to join us. And if you're a Swalian or a Mwalian, please leave it in the comments. Let me know you are watching. Let us know where you are watching from. Whichever country you are watching from, please leave it in the comment. And you are warmly welcome. Today we're going to be looking at short-term vision and long-term vision. So in episode 1 and 2, I gave you guys a homework. I believe those of you who want to journey with me in this series, you are taking the homework seriously. You've got your SWAL book. Okay, so you just get a notebook, go and buy a notebook, write on it, SWAL, Effective Singleness, and make sure you're doing all the homework that I'm giving. And also everything you are learning from my teachings, anything new that you have learned, you can jot it down. If I said something that you knew before, but maybe the way I explained it, you liked it, you understood it better, that is also something that you can put in your notes. And this book can be your legacy book. Okay, so when you now, especially those of you who are very young, when you get married, you have your kids, you can hand over this book to them. Or if you're already at a stage where you're about to get married, or let's assume you get married right after we finish this episode, you can hand it over to your siblings, your younger siblings, okay, to encourage them to also start taking their visions seriously. So God bless you once again for joining. I can see Kweku watching from Ghana. Thank you for commenting. Please, let's see you guys. Let me feel you. Click on the thumbs up. Let me know you are here. Share this link. Share it, please. Just click on the share button and let somebody be invited to join us. So what is a short-term vision? And what is a long-term vision? In the last episode, I did say that the homework was for you to arrange your desires or what you want to accomplish in life in the order of importance. The ones that you think, this is very urgent. It needs to be accomplished very soon. It needs to be completed quickly. You put that on top of your list. And then after you've done that, you're going to set the timeline. How long do I need to be able to complete these things that I feel are urgent? Okay, so that's where we are at the moment. And we're going to, I believe you've done that. So we're going to put them in long-term or short-term vision. How do you know if what you have put down is a long-term vision or a long-term or a short-term vision? So a short-term vision is any task or any project that you can accomplish or complete within a year. So from 1 day to 12 months. So there are some of the things you've put down. You know, this one I can finish it within a week if I get serious. Or even within a day I can finish it. That is a short-term vision. Or I can finish it within a month or within 6 months. Okay. So as long as it's between 0 to 12 months, it's a short-term vision. Yes. And the reverse is also true. Any task that you can finish or you can take more than a year to complete is a long-term vision. So for instance, if you are in education and you're going to do a degree course, that can be about 3 years to 4 years, depending on which country or which course you are taking. And that will be termed as a long-term vision. Okay, so that's just an example for you. Today, we will look at the short-term vision. And if you have done your homework, it will make this very easy. Okay, so please do your best. Don't come and sit and just watch, listen, and go. If you do that, you're not going to learn anything. So if you take the homework seriously, you will benefit more by the time we get to the end of this series. So the short-term visions, they can also be broken down into manageable tasks. So for instance, if you've got a vision to write a book and you want to write the book within 6 months, okay, 6 months is even very long. I wrote one of my books within 6 weeks, okay. So if you get very serious and you manage your time very well, which we'll be talking more about time management as well. If you manage your time well, you can even finish a book within a month. There are people who finish a book within a week, even days, okay? You can do it. So let's assume you want to finish a book within 6 months. That is a short-term vision. You now have to sit down and think, how many chapters do I want this book to have? Is it 5 chapters? Is it 10 chapters? Or is it even 3 chapters? So if it's 10 chapters, I want to finish it. Let's say 6 chapters. Let's make it even so that it will be very easy for you to understand. The question is, how many pages can I write in a day? Okay, so remember your short-term visions, you still have to break them down into weekly, monthly, daily, okay, to help you fulfill that vision within the time frame that you've given it. So, how many hours do you want to spend a day writing the book? And how many pages do you want to write? Minimum. Okay, so you set a minimum. That means that you are now committed to that daily vision. So a day should not go by without you sitting down for that number of hours to write your book. Another thing is, by the end of the week, how many chapters do you want to write? So if it's 6 months you want to write a book, and you are writing 6 chapters, it means that by the end of each month, you should finish 1 chapter. At least, you should finish 1 chapter. So, hours daily, every day how many hours? By the end of the week, how many pages do I want to have written? By the end of the month, I should be done with 1 chapter. Okay. So those are your short-term plans within the short-term vision. If you're able to do that, it means that by the end of the 6 months, you will finish writing the book. Okay. Or you at least finish the main thing, because you still need to write your introduction, your foreword, and then the conclusion. You have to do your referencing. That's if you used articles, or you got somebody's knowledge. You took some knowledge from other people who have written books or who have written articles online. You have to put all those referencing. Okay, but you have to tell yourself that by the end of the 6 months, it's a done deal. Okay, and then there's also publishing. The publishing, you can self-publish your book. All my books, I self-publish them. I design the covers, everything. Okay, so you can still learn how to do it. It's very easy. If you go online, these things are there. It's very easy to do that. Okay. Yep, I hope we are good. Is it understandable? Please leave it in the comment. I want to feel you guys. So chat with me whilst speaking with you guys. So now we know that the short-term vision, we have to divide it into daily tasks, weekly tasks to help us accomplish it. And even though the short-term visions can be accomplished within a short space of time, they can also impact on your long-term vision. So they work hand in hand. There are some long-term visions that you can also accomplish alongside the short-term vision. So it means that your short-term vision is as important as your long-term vision. Because if you fail to succeed in your short-term vision, it means that you will not be able to accomplish the long-term vision. So every moment is very, very important. You know, my husband's first book is about, it's called You Win. And what he's done is he's written things that you can do every week. Okay, so it's got 52 chapters or pages, and it's about things you can do weekly so that by the end of the year, you can accomplish your overall vision for the year. Okay, so it's just an inspiration book. And that book is literally teaching that if you don't accomplish your weekly vision or your daily vision, your weekly vision will not be accomplished. And that's by the end of the year, you realize that you are lacking behind. So many of us, for instance, December is approaching. And we are going to start thinking of New Year resolution. Have you wondered why your New Year resolution never, most of us, it never happened? By the end of the year, you're like, oh, I couldn't even do half of it or even a quarter. Okay, because we are not making use of the time. We are not planning the short-term vision, because the New Year resolution is a short-term vision. It's within a year. So if you don't make use of the daily plans that you put together to accomplish those visions, by the end of the year, you will have nothing. You'll be back to square one. I hope I'm making sense. So once you have listed your short-term and long-term vision, you also have to decide on how much time you need to meet them. You have to manage your time well. There is no great person in life or any great leader who is a waster of time. The many things I'm doing right now, if I'm not managing time well, I can't do it. And remember the last episode, I said that we have a lot of time on our hands. Because even with all the things that I'm doing, there are days I sit down and watch comedy. I'm a very great follower of Mark Angel comedy. Okay, I don't miss the episodes. I watch them. So the question is, how does she still do all of this and sit down and watch TV or watch comedies? It's because of time management. Okay, so I'm doing the prayer break for both the singles and the couples. I'm running this series. I'm also running a series on the Married with a Life Facebook page, which is about why some husbands don't help their wives. Doing the cooking series, the pregnancy series. I teach on the SWA WhatsApp group, and most of the time on the SWA WhatsApp group, the married people, they are a little bit laid back. So when I put a topic and they don't respond, again, my time management, I leave them alone. Because you're already married. You're already married. Whatever happened, you're already married. Okay? I can't make too much of impact on them like the way I'll make with the singles. Because the singles, you are not married yet, and you need to get things right. That's why we are doing this. Okay? And SWAL is my main vision. It's the mother of everything else that I'm doing. So the couples, when I post something and nobody says a word, I leave them alone. I leave them alone. But if you're swallowing, you know, I'll get my metal cane and chase you. But when you get married and you also start behaving as if you have arrived, I'll leave you alone. Okay. So sometimes I teach on the Married with a Life WhatsApp group. Sometimes people invite me to teach on WhatsApp groups. I've got 2 kids. I've got a home. I've got my own prayer life to work on. I've got my own study life to work on. Make sure I'm studying so that I can come and teach you guys. How do I do all of this? Time management. Okay. Apart from the grace or the anointing that keeps me going, time management is very key. And one of the first aim of SWAL is to educate singles to make the most of their time by developing themselves first and discovering purpose before marriage. So my aim is to help you to discover your purpose. So everything that I'm doing is to help you, because your desires are pointers to help you discover your bigger vision for life or your God-ordained purpose. Okay. So that is the aim. And I want you to do it before you get married. Because now I'm married, I understand things better. And my message that I was pushing when I was single, it has not changed. If anything, it has gotten better because now I know. Okay. So if you don't prioritize your vision now that you are single and establish it, it will make it very difficult for you when you get married. Because if you get married and God forbid, you don't get a supportive wife or a supportive husband, your vision might die or you cannot pick yourself up again. There are many people who were very vibrant when they were single, who were very focused, they had so many goals, and now you can't see them, you can't hear of them, because unfortunately they got themselves into a very bad situation. So if you establish yourself now, it will even help you to know who to marry, who is going where you are going. So this is very dear to my heart, okay? Make sure that every homework I've given, you are taking it seriously. If not, you get married and then you start regretting. And God forbid, I don't want any one of you, especially if you're a Swalian, you shouldn't be in that situation. Okay. So our aim to educate singles to make the most of their time by developing themselves first and discovering purpose before marriage. How do you manage your time? How do you manage your time? Everything you have written down, if you start breaking them into the short-term vision, long-term vision, and even breaking your short-term vision into weekly plans or daily plans to help you fulfill them, how would you be able to do it with the time that you have, especially if you're already working? You are working or you are already in education. How would you still be able to do all those other things? So one of the advice that I give to people, especially if you are in education, there are things that will not be taught you in school, especially things about marriage. They're not going to teach you in school unless you go to a marriage school like SWAL, where we have a WhatsApp group where we teach daily, and everything that we teach is to help you become an effective single or to help you, the mindset renewal, all the things that you need to know before you get married. We do that on our WhatsApp group. Okay. So our WhatsApp group is like a marriage preparation school. And my husband and I also run the marriage preparation classes, which is the paid class that people attend. Yeah, so all of that, you will not get them in a classroom if you are schooling. So if you are on the WhatsApp group, how do you do if you are studying masters, you are having your masters, or you are studying medicine, how do you still do medicine, study your medicine, and still get yourself prepared for marriage? Because sometimes people focus so much on the course that they are doing and they don't learn anything about marriage. And yet, unfortunately, if you're in Africa, they have somehow successfully programmed our mind to think that right after university, the next thing is marriage. So you can leave university and you don't know anything about marriage. And yet, they're expecting you to get married. So how do you still learn about marriage and still study at the same time? Time management. What things can we cut down so that we can have a lot of time on our hands to be able to study, to be able to work, and still fulfill the vision or the desires that we have. One thing to cut down on is sleep. Sleeping. Many singles oversleep. And I know that because I used to oversleep. When I was single, it's one of the things I was a champion in. So you hear me say it a lot. Stop sleeping. Okay, and the sleeping stopped, and immediately I discovered my purpose, because I noticed that I need a lot of time to be able to work on it. So cut down on the sleep. It's recommended that you should have at least 6 hours of sleep. If you can have that 6 hours of sleep, it's enough. Don't sleep for 12 hours. It's too much. So you notice that you sleep for 12 hours, you wake up and you are tired. Your body, you've overdone it. Okay. So if you cut down on sleep, you will have enough time to be able to do the other things that you do. At the moment, sometimes, first thing in the morning, I'm doing editing. So this video, when I finish, I'm going to download it and start editing and post it on YouTube. Okay, sometimes when my son he's almost 6 months, so most of the time he wakes up very early in the morning. And when he wakes up, we are all awake, except my daughter. We all have to get up. I feed him, I bring him to the hall to feed him. When he's full, most of the time he just wants to be sitting down, watching me. We are watching each other. So whilst he's sitting down, whiling away his time and playing, I'll pick my laptop and start doing editing. Okay, that's what I do. So if you are a single mother, or you just had a baby as a single, it doesn't mean your life has ended. Okay, you can still use the times that your child is awake, use it to do something. Sometimes in the night when he's awake and he doesn't want to sleep, I'll pray. I'll start praying. I'll put him here and then I'll be speaking in tongues. That is my prayer. And one of the things you realize that when you have a child, it can be difficult to pray. It can be very difficult to pray. So every little space, time here and there, don't just waste it. Okay? So cut down on the sleep. Very, very important. Number 2, internet. Every one of us, almost every one of us, okay, I don't want to generalize it, almost every one of us is a victim to the internet. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, WhatsApp, which one else? Which other one? Instagram. Spending so much time there. If you are surfing to study, okay, you are doing a research, you want to read about something, it's fine. Okay, or if you are a YouTuber, or you are running a business and you have to, promote it online, even that one, you have to have a set time that you go online to do it. Okay, so it's a very dicey one, but make sure that you are not spending too much time on the internet or on your phone. Cut down on too many friends. This is how you have enough time on your hands to work on those projects or those tasks that you've written down to accomplish. Cut down on too many friends. In fact, there is no great person on earth who has too many friends. You won't see any effective leader who has too many friends. They don't exist. They don't have it. They have very few friends. The right friends. So if you have too many friends, and today you are going to this party, tomorrow you are going to that party, every week you are in one party or the other, you cannot accomplish your aim. You can't accomplish your vision. You will struggle. Okay, there will be too much delay. And each of these parties, you will spend money. Especially the ladies. You want to wear something new anytime you go to a party. So you have to go and buy. And that is money you could have saved to work on your vision, or money you can save for your future. So if you cut down on too many friends, you can focus on the little friends that you have. And, you know, it's very interesting. When I was single, before I discovered my vision, I thought people loved me. I thought, oh, I had so many, everybody, I'm a very friendly person. So at church, my life was really at church. Church was my life. I'll be there the whole day, getting involved in all activities. So because I was very active in the church, I thought everybody was my friend. I thought everybody liked me and so forth, until I discovered my purpose. And then all hell broke loose. You see people making comments here and there. Who is she? I've said this so many times, not new. Who is she to say she's... I got people call me. They will call me. What you are doing is what a married person to be doing. Why are you saying you are preparing singles for marriage? Are you married? What do you know about marriage? And I said, madam, I'm not stopping you that is married from educating any single person. If you feel you are led to do it, go and do it. Me, I feel like the things that I know, the things that I've learned, I should pass it on to my fellow singles. So, and I can tell you a lot of relationships that I thought, this person, that was when I began to know who my true friends are. And it really helped me, because by the time I was now getting married, I was very sure who is for me and who is not for me. So we had a very small wedding. We saved a lot of money. Okay? At the moment, you think you don't have a vision, so you think everybody loves you. And then when you get married, you invite 300 people, 500 people. They come and squander your money. They eat your food. They insult you on top. But if you discover your purpose right now, you will begin to know those who are for you and those who are not for you. There are comments people will make. It will help you to know. Okay? So, even before you discover your purpose, because I have been there, I don't want you to make that mistake. Cut down on friends. And I'll tell you which friends you need to cut down on. Any friend who calls you only when they are in need, when they are in a difficult situation, when they are broke, that is when they will call you and cry on you. So you are almost like a refuse dump. When they do the wrong things and they are in a toxic situation, they call you to cry on you. But when everything is fine with them, you don't hear from them. That is not a friend. So I'm teaching you how to cut down on things that will help you to make time so that you can focus on your vision. Okay? If they cannot call you when they are happy, if they are not calling you to share their good news, but they're always calling you to cry, 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 and when everything is fine with them, you don't hear from them again, they are only using you. They are not a friend. Cut them off. Okay, withdraw yourself from them. You don't have to always pick their call. When they call you, say, oh, I'm very busy. I've got something I'm doing right now, so can we talk later? The later can be in 3 years' time. Okay? Yo, as Ghanaians will say. Okay, I hope you guys are loving me. Okay, number 2, the friends you need to cut down or cut them off. Anyone that is not adding to your life, they're always subtracting. They're always calling you to get things. So it's almost like the first one. Okay, cut them off. A friend who stresses you or is very negative. Anything you want to do, they will tell you. They are the ones that will tell you how it's not possible. Oh, I don't think you can do this. Oh, you are too... The way you are, I don't think this one will suit you. They're always very negative. They don't support you. in what you want to do. They are not good friends. And this one is very big. The ones that cannot celebrate with you. They can't celebrate with you. You've done something good. It's as if they didn't see it. Something good happened to you, they did not see it. But let something bad happen to you, they will be the first to call. They are coming to mourn with you, but they can't celebrate with you. You know, somebody recently made a comment, and I was like, wow. You know, we post testimony videos from our singles. Sometimes we do posters. I put inspirational words on my timeline. I'm doing all these videos. And the person has never called me to say, oh, peace, well done. I've seen the testimonies from your singles. The vision is growing. Well done for, no. But there was this poster I posted, which, it's about the singles who, when they joined Swal initially, they were like, oh, I will never leave Swal. I'll die in Swal. I've said that thing a number of times. And then now when I look around, I don't see them. So I put it on a poster. And this person, we're talking and the person was like, oh, I saw that poster and I was like, oh, they have finally left you. Ah! They have finally. So that means that this person was just waiting. That, oh, don't mind her. They will finally leave her. Her singles will finally leave her. So when she saw that post, it has confirmed. So she's telling me, they have finally left you. I'm like, oh, really? I didn't say anything. But obviously, I marked the person. All the good things I'm doing on social media, you didn't see it. That poster. If you can see that poster, you saw the other things that I've been doing. So sometimes people don't understand why I'm no longer very, close with them. It's because of comments here and there. And I'm very sensitive. When somebody says something and that thing doesn't leave me, I know there's a wrong motive. They are speaking from a wrong spirit. And I'll be wise by withdrawing if I have to. Okay. So pay attention to your friends. Are they celebrating what you do? Maybe your friend, anytime she buys something new, she will call you. She's telling you about it. She's fixed her hair. She'll send you a photo. Oh, look at my hair. My hair is looking nice. And then you go and fix your hair. They've seen it and they don't say a word. They can't celebrate you. Okay. And, one thing, there's a group that I was on. I was even saying it to my husband that I didn't like what happened on the group. They've started something that they are doing, a project that they are working on. They were so happy. They shared it with the group. And nobody said a word. And then it wasn't long, the person posted something and said she was going through something. And everybody is typing, oh, we're praying for you. I'm like, God. You didn't celebrate with her. Now she's going through challenges. You want to show that you are here. No. My husband was saying, well, she's in a challenge. People need to help her. I said, no, but if they didn't celebrate with her. So please, if they cannot celebrate with you, be careful. Okay? They shouldn't be pretending as if now you are in a difficult situation. So we are all here. We want to get you out of it. As much as it sounds nice, if you're also having something good and they are nowhere to be found, then they are really not genuine friends. A genuine friend should be present when you are celebrating and when you are going through things. You are going through a difficult thing. They should be there at the same time. Okay, so please cut them if that is the case so that you can focus your attention on accomplishing your vision. Phone calls that are just empty talks. You are talking about people. Every time. There are some people I don't speak to them frequently. Because of past relationship, once in a while, I touch base with them. Because I know that once I call, I will get to know everything about everybody. Oh, did you hear that this happened to this person? Did you know that this happened to that person? Gossip. If that conversation, if your friends, that's all they do, they are not good friends. They are wasting your time. You shouldn't be spending time talking about people. Okay? Have friends that when you are talking to them, you are talking about your vision. Oh, what are you guys? What are you doing? What are your plans for this month, for this year? Things like that. Not when you are just gossiping about people. Those are not good friends. If you want to make the most of your time so that you can focus on your vision, then you need to cut down on these people. Cut down on phone calls. You don't have to always be on the phone. No, cut down on phone calls. Okay? You know the friends that when they call you, you are going to be speaking for more than 1 hour. You can talk to them, but once in a while, maybe once in a month, once in every 2 weeks, you call them. Okay, but if every day and you are spending 5 hours, you speak until your phone battery dies, you are wasting time. You will not have enough time to work on your vision. Even if you are in education, you can't study and you fail your exam. So make use of your free time at work as well. Some of you, or you might be in a job that is still developing, or it's not as busy as it should be. Use that time, okay, especially if you're using the laptop. You can work on your vision from there. I had a job like that at the early stages of the SWA vision, and things were I didn't really like the way the place was too quiet, and there were things that were happening that I didn't like. But the Lord told me, stay there. I put you there for a reason. And eventually, my eyes opened to the reason. I knew that, oh, I need to work on my vision. So once I was there, I was writing all the rules of SWA. I was writing all the aims. I was putting the vision together. And by the time I left, I had everything intact. So make use of any job that you are doing which is less busy. I know people will say, oh, but this one, you have to do the right thing on the job, or you have to focus on what you are paid for. But if there's nothing to do and I'm just sitting there, should I just sit there and look at the laptop until 5 p.m.? No. Do something. And make sure you are doing your job as well. So your job should not lack. It should be slack. If you have to meet a target, there's maybe some information you have to send before the end of the day. Make sure you do all of that. Do all your work so that your boss or your supervisor will not have a problem with you. But once all of that is done and it's free, there's nothing else to do. Work on your vision. That book that you want to write. Okay? And finally, when you close from work, the day has not ended. Your day does not end when you finish work. So if you're working 9 to 5, after 5 p.m., that is when your personal job or your personal vision starts. So you have to start working on your vision at that time before you go to bed. Make sure you do something about the vision before you go to bed. Okay, so 5 p.m. is not the end of the day. It's the beginning of accomplishing your own vision, especially if you're in a paid job. If you're not working, of course, you have a lot of time on your hands. Okay, so these are some of the things you can cut down on to help you to make the most of your time so that you can fulfill those short-term vision that will eventually help you to fulfill your long-term vision. So we're going to end it here. I'll give you another homework. Homework number 3. You're going to list all your short-term vision and your long-term vision. Okay, so now you know what is a long-term vision and a short-term vision. And then you plan what you want to do daily to make sure that your short-term visions are accomplished, and set a timeline for it. Do you want it to be done within that 1 year or within 6 months? And then what can I do daily or weekly or monthly to be able to accomplish it? So you do that. And then for those of you who are taking the homework seriously, I would like you to email me. Okay, so you've got my email address on the Facebook page, Single with a Life. Send me an email. Okay, I want to journey with you. So this is going to be like a mentorship thing. I've done this before with the Swalians in 2019. And by the grace of God, some people who didn't even know that they could go back to school, they've gone back to school. And I've got 2 people who are finishing very soon. They're completing their degree very soon. So take this seriously. That's if you want to journey with me on this. Okay, so send me your desires, the one that you were meant to put down, and then put them in the order of importance. So if you struggle to order them or set a timeline for them, you can send it to me in an email, and then we can do it together. My email address is on this page. So hopefully episode 4 will be on Sunday the 22nd October. So that will be in about 2 weeks time at the same time, 7 p.m. UK time. So please save the date, and I'll catch you here in 2 weeks time. Okay, God bless you all for joining. Please click on the thumbs up before you go. Click on the thumbs up and share this link on your timeline. If you've learned something new from this video, please leave it in the comments, and I'll see you by God's grace in 2 weeks time. God bless you. Have a wonderful time. Bye.